It happens countless times every single day, across a crowded cafe, during a business meeting, in a fleeting moment on the street, or perhaps intensely during a one-on-one conversation. A man makes direct, sustained, often unblinking eye contact with you. Your eyes lock. And in that potent, charged micro-moment, a million questions, a whirlwind of possibilities, might flash through your mind. Is he genuinely interested? Is it just a casual, meaningless glance? Is he trying to intimidate me? Or is it something far deeper, something unspoken, something significant? Because let me tell you a fundamental truth. A man's eyes, especially when he intentionally holds your gaze directly, are incredibly powerful, often brutally honest communicators. They frequently speak a language far louder, far more revealing, far more authentic than any carefully chosen words he could ever utter. But most women, tragically, either misinterpret these crucial ocular signals, dismiss them, or simply don't know how to accurately read the subtle yet profound nuances. Today, we are not just looking, we are decoding the male gaze. I am revealing what it really means on a deep psychological level when a man makes direct, sustained eye contact with you. The different, distinct types of gazes, the powerful underlying psychology driving each one, and most importantly, how you can learn to tell genuine, heartfelt interest from something else entirely. Understanding this, truly internalizing this, will give you incredible power, profound clarity, and a distinct advantage in all your future interactions with men. And pay very close attention, because the second core meaning we'll cover is the one most women get completely dangerously wrong, often to their own detriment. Now, before we dive into the deep end, let's establish a critical foundation. Not all instances of eye contact are created equal. Not every time a man's eyes meet yours is it a profound declaration of undying love or a sinister signal of intent. There is an entire spectrum. There's the fleeting, almost accidental glance in passing. There's the polite, brief acknowledgement when someone holds a door open. There's the functional, "Are you next in line?" Look in a queue. These are generally low-stakes, socially normative interactions. But what we are dissecting today, what holds the real psychological gold, is direct, sustained, intentional eye contact. The kind of gaze that makes you pause, that makes you feel something, that feels like it's actively trying to communicate something specific, something beyond mere social politeness. This is where the real psychology, the hidden intentions, and the powerful dynamics come into play. And understanding the context, the duration, and the accompanying nonverbal signals surrounding this kind of gaze is absolutely crucial. The potent meanings we're about to explore are about that more than casual, that noticeably direct, that emotionally charged gaze, the one that makes you truly feel seen, for better or for worse. Meaning number one, and often the one most hoped for and positively interpreted, the invitation and attraction gaze. This specific type of direct, sustained eye contact, when coupled with other congruent, warm, open, and positive nonverbal signals, almost invariably signifies genuine interest, burgeoning attraction, and a clear, often subconscious invitation for further interaction and connection. What this gaze looks and feels like. The eye contact is sustained, but it's not overly intense, aggressive, or predatory. It's often accompanied by a slight, genuine Duchenne smile, the kind that reaches his eyes, creating crinkles. You might also observe a subtle head nod of acknowledgement, open and receptive body language, uncrossed arms, his body angled towards you, and an overall aura of warmth, curiosity, and even a touch of gentle vulnerability. There's a palpable softness and inviting quality to it. The underlying psychology. When a man is genuinely attracted to and interested in a woman, his natural primal instinct is to connect, to bridge the distance. Eye contact is one of the most powerful primary ways to establish that initial connection, to test the waters, and to signal approachability and positive intent. The accompanying warmth and openness indicate a desire for reciprocation, a hope that his interest will be met with yours. How to differentiate this gaze? This gaze feels welcoming, respectful, and positive, not creepy or predatory. It tends to make you feel seen in a pleasant, appreciative way. It might spark your own curiosity, make you feel a little flattered or even a bit tingly. Crucially, it doesn't feel challenging, uncomfortable, or like you're being aggressively scrutinized. Your intuition will likely register it as genuine. He is consciously, or more often subconsciously, attempting to lower your natural defenses to signal that he is a safe, approachable, and potentially desirable option to engage with. His gaze is a carefully, even if instinctively, calibrated invitation into his sphere of interest. Meaning number 2, and this is where things can get more complex, more nuanced, and sometimes distinctly unsettling, the assessment and power gaze. This type of direct, often more intense and less overtly warm eye contact can feel like he's systematically sizing you up, subtly asserting dominance, gauging your reaction to his presence, or even issuing a very subtle nonverbal challenge. What this gaze looks and feels like. The gaze is typically very direct, unwavering, perhaps with noticeably less blinking than usual. There might be a distinct lack of an inviting smile, or perhaps a slight, almost challenging smirk. His accompanying body language might be more assertive, more alpha, perhaps taking up more space, a more rigid posture, or even subtly confrontational. It can often feel more like an intense stare than a warm gaze. It might make you feel slightly on edge, scrutinized, or as if you're being put under a psychological microscope. The underlying psychology, this can stem from various motivations, asserting dominance or establishing hierarchy. In some social or power dynamics, prolonged, direct, unblinking eye contact is a subtle, often unconscious power play, a way to establish a dominant position. Rapid assessment and evaluation. He might be trying to quickly gauge your confidence level, your reaction to his intensity, your type, or even your perceived vulnerability or strength. Issuing a subtle challenge, less common but possible. In certain contexts, particularly if accompanied by other assertive or aggressive nonverbal cues, it could be a very subtle, nonverbal challenge or a way of testing your boundaries. How to differentiate this gaze? This gaze often lacks genuine warmth or invitation. It feels more analytical, more intense, more probing, or even slightly intimidating or confrontational. Your gut feeling, your intuition, is absolutely key here. Does it feel genuinely inviting and connecting, or does it feel like you're being subtly put on the spot, evaluated, or challenged? The feeling it evokes in you is a critical clue. He is, whether consciously or not, attempting to establish a specific frame of power to assess your psychological makeup and resilience quickly, or to subtly test your boundaries. Your reaction to this more intense gaze, whether you meet it with calm confidence and an unfazed demeanor, or whether you become intimidated and quickly look away, tells him a great deal about your internal state and your perceived place in the dynamic. And meaning number 3, a very powerful, often incredibly genuine and deeply affecting sign, the captivated and absorbed gaze. This is when his direct eye contact is so prolonged, so focused, so unwavering that it feels as though he is almost lost in looking at you, as if the rest of the world, the noise, the distractions, have completely faded into insignificance for him in that moment. What this gaze looks and feels like. The eye contact is deep, incredibly sustained, often accompanied by a very soft, almost reverent or awestruck expression. He might seem slightly unaware of his immediate surroundings, his focus entirely almost solely on you. There's often a noticeable lack of self-consciousness in his gaze. He's simply absorbed, captivated by your presence, your words, your being. You might even observe his pupils dilating, a largely subconscious physiological sign of heightened interest, attraction, and arousal. The underlying psychology. This type of gaze frequently indicates a profound level of fascination, deep admiration, burgeoning strong affection, or even the early stages of falling in love. He is so captivated by your presence, your essence, your words, or simply by you, that his cognitive focus becomes completely, almost involuntarily, centered on you. It's a powerful sign that you have made a significant, memorable impact and are holding his complete, undivided attention and, quite possibly, his heart. How to differentiate this gaze? This gaze feels less like a direct invitation to interact, though it can lead to that, and more like he is genuinely mesmerized, almost enchanted by you. It can feel incredibly intimate, deeply connecting, and a little intense, but usually in a wonderfully positive, almost awestruck or deeply appreciative way, rather than a challenging or evaluative one. There's often a palpable vulnerability in his gaze as well, as he's letting his guard down completely to be so openly absorbed by you. You have, in this moment, effectively enchanted him, captured his complete psychological bandwidth. His rational mind, his social filters, might be temporarily bypassed by the sheer force of his fascination, his admiration, or his burgeoning deep attraction. He is, for that moment, entirely yours to observe. Now, it is absolutely, critically, vitally important to understand this. None of these distinct gazes, none of these interpretations of eye contact exist in a vacuum. You must always consider the entire context. Where are you? What is the specific situation? What is his accompanying body language saying? Is it open and inviting, or closed off and defensive? What is the tone of his voice? What is the history and nature of your prior interactions? A direct gaze in a high-stakes business negotiation means something entirely different from a direct gaze across a candlelit dinner table in a romantic restaurant. Always, always look at the entire cluster of signals, the symphony of non-verbal cues, not just the eyes alone, to arrive at the most accurate, most reliable interpretation of his true intentions and feelings. So, to quickly recap, decoding his direct, sustained eye contact, is it 1. The invitation and attraction gaze, signaling genuine interest, openness, and a desire to connect. 2. The assessment and power gaze, potentially asserting dominance, gauging your reaction, or issuing a subtle challenge. 3. The captivated and absorbed gaze, indicating profound fascination, deep admiration, and burgeoning strong affection. The eyes, they say, are truly the window to the soul, or at the very least, a powerful portal into his immediate intentions and feelings. In the comments section below, I want you to share your invaluable experiences. What specific type of direct eye contact from a man have you found to be the most impactful, the most revealing, or perhaps the most confusing in your own life? Or what's your absolute #1 tip for accurately interpreting a man's gaze and understanding what he's really trying to communicate? Let's collectively become master gaze decoders. Let's share the wisdom. If this video helped you understand the profound, often unspoken, power of eye contact in human connection, if it gave you a new layer of insight, please share it. Help others learn to read this crucial silent language. Empower them to see more clearly. For more deep, transformative dives into male psychology, the subtle signals of attraction, and the art of mastering human connection with profound insight and confidence, make sure you have decisively pierced that subscribe button and have activated that all-important notification bell. The secrets of the gaze are truly just the beginning of what we can uncover together. Go forth, observe, and see clearly.